Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Two Lakes Duel between myself and ISI playing 4th UK. He left a negative review after this game. It was a couple days after, so it might not have been because of this game, but I'd like to think it had something to do with it. So this is the negative review. He's had 2,203 hours in the game. So he's actually played 3 more hours since he reviewed it. But, it's been 2 days, so he's got a lot of hours in the game. Simple, don't butt this game. Not worth it. Literally, just spam. It's a mess. So, let's see if you agree with him by the end of this game. I thought it was a pretty funny thing. So, he's playing 4th Dutch. 4th East German, and he's on the good side of Two Lakes. It's the good side because Ligma is a lot easier to get to than Alpha, X-Ray, and whatnot, and Papa. Also, his spawn is nicer, so that his spawn can get him into Zulu, and his spawn can get him into Oscar. I don't have any airborne forward deployment. My only forward deployment is recon forward deployment in a 90 kilometers an hour transport. You can bring helo stuff, but it's very slow as well, right? And so, yeah, not great. He gets airborne forward deployment, 100 kilometers an hour on some of it, right? So like this unspeakable one, and he's got he's got the good side, so he can sort of get places. 35th is really not good. 35th US is not good. It's got decent units. It's just it doesn't get enough of them. You can just run out of stuff. I run out of stuff when I play this division. It's crazy. It's really not fantastic. I just run out of everything. So really, really not great matchup for me. I think 35th is one of the weakest divisions in the game, frankly. There's very few other divisions where, like, I played a 40-minute game with this division and I literally couldn't buy anything. I just ran out of stuff, as in all of my tabs had been bought. Not I couldn't buy what I wanted. No, I couldn't buy anything. So if you want to bring the recoilless rifles, which is kind of what this div's all about, you run out of stuff really quickly. So his idea is clearly to rush Oscar, rush Zulu, and just rush and then win that way. 2 CVs, bunch of FS Jaeger, right? So we've got 7 units going this way, couple for here, right? So the unspeakable one and the sniper. Oh no, just the. That's weird. Oh no, the Metis and the sniper. What? The Metis and the unspeakable one are going to here. And everybody else is going into mid, so Strela, Fallschirmjäger, Unspeakable One, lots of Fallschirmjäger. And then he's going to take this as well, so SPG-9s, Unspeakable Ones, Fallschirmjägers with 3 MGs, 2 forward deployed Strelas, another Unspeakable One, 3 Fallschirmjäger, a Sniper, 2 Supply, 1 for each side, and 2 CVs, 1 for each side, so Alpha, Zulu, X-Ray, Oscar. What am I packing? I'm packing 35th. It's not a great div, to be quite frank. It does have some things going for it. So we do get the Recon M60. So it is an M60, which is Recon deployed, so it'll get there a bit faster. Obviously nowhere near as fast as these guys, but that's cool, right? So let's go left to right. I've basically realised, well, there's no way I can get into Zulu. I need to make sure he doesn't take Ligma, because I'm on the weak side, so he could easily just push all the way up to here at the start, and then, So I'm deploying a Recon Helo, no guns, sadly, and a National Guard Cobra, which comes at 3 availability. It is worse than the regular one, because it has 5% less accuracy, and it takes more suppression and whatnot, but it comes at 3 availability, which overall I think makes it a better card than the 2 availability one. So that guy is coming over to Ligma, right? And yeah, then we've got National Rifles Law, National Rifles Law CV thing, and 2 ITO Jeeps. One for here to shoot down there and shoot down there, and the other one for over here to make sure he doesn't get in that way. For mid, we have the Cav Scouts Dragon, and I know he's going to get to here before me. Which is not great, so I'm just going to load there, and I've got the M60A1, which, I don't know why I'm doing that. I guess I want it to shoot whoever's in these buildings. Then a recon helo and another Cobra. A fighter to protect my Cobras, otherwise they're all going to die. And yeah, National Guard Rifles leader for Papa Oscar. This recon unit, which I'm trying to get into here. And then behind that, another National Guard Rifles Law, another National Guard Rifles Law, an M67 military police to assist the National Guard Rifles, an ITO trying to make it to the church because religious people can see further than atheists, and an ITO for over here just to make sure he doesn't start sending stuff down here, right? And if I can, then maybe I can sort of try and cut this or whatever by getting up to here, but it's mainly just to defend this side. So I know he's going to get there first, and I'm just going to try and helicopter him. So let's see how that goes. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest levels with 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. Otherwise, please just like the videos, it's free. This is my sole source of income, which is why I shill like my life depends on it, because it does, as I try and finish this PhD. So, Recon Healer's coming in, we obviously see everybody, right? And I'm like, okay, great, so he's not attacking here, but then I see all this, and I think, oh, that's not great. So he does have forward deployed AA. This would one-shot this. It has 50% accuracy, and thankfully it misses, because now I can start hosing him down. So I right-click this to kill it, and then I'm right-clicking all the infantry, because there's no point aiming for the trucks. You won't kill him in time. But look how far in he got. Like, I got to here, and he's basically in the whole zone. He's basically in the whole zone. Then he buys a MiG-29 first tick, which we were expecting. So I land this, and I send the F-16. At this range, the F-16 should win, especially if he whiffs all his missiles on the Cobra. Sadly, our missiles missed. And then, well, we're behind him now, so that is all good. We get him. And then I bring over the Cobra that was on this side, because I figure he's not attacking here. And now my National Rifle Laws finally show up. And, yeah, we're trying to shoot people. The ACAV gets taken out, right? The military police are firing National Guard Rifles Law against Fallschirmjäger. I don't actually bring the regular Fallschirmjäger. Basically because I think it's a bit superfluous. I literally just bring the Fallschirmjäger Metis for the start. And everybody else is coming in like BMP-1s and stuff. But look at this. He's about to get 20 times, what is that, 17? So that's 340 points just off the trucks. So that's like more than a minute's income just on the truck sales. So he can buy another MiG-29. He's going for the helo again. Sadly, we missed this. I put this here to stop that from happening, but he gets in. So F-16 doesn't actually have any missiles. So, yeah. So I buy another one. I'm behind him now. This didn't die, thankfully, because it was, you know, this guy was getting shot at. We fire 6 missiles at him, and we don't hit him once. That's all gun damage there, so not fantastic. We do get the SPW, probably because of this Cav Scouts Dragon, or maybe this guy, and I've now brought this CV up. Over here, my helo got killed, because I sent this forward to be like, oh, there's probably nobody here if they're all here, but no, that's not the case. He's bringing up a Cub now. The Fallschirmjäger are just being outproduced. I just have a lot of guys. And, you know, these squads, they are very good, but if I outnumber you, I have just lost a unit here, and I'm using Cobras and whatnot, then obviously I've got a bit of an advantage. So try to use the ACAV. Obviously this can't shoot me, and now he's buying some Mott shots and BMP-1s. But we've taken this zone. He has a 100-point lead, and now he realises, well, he's got a lot of guys here, so I might as well attack here. And now it does start getting really ropey for me, so more Fallschirmjäger attacking. We lose the ACAV to the, I think the Metis got it. So I've now bought the 3rd Cobra, so that's why these being 3 per card is nice, because you can buy all 3, right? And, so we did actually kill that, but I didn't see it die. I heard it go, ah, but I didn't really clock on. Anyway, he's now bought a rocket plane, which takes out my MP patrol pretty fast. I've got some more guys coming in. But these are all out of rockets. Well, this one has 26, but, you know, these are very, very low, because he strafed this one, and then he strafed this one. So, trying to sort this out, but there's a Cub there, and the Cub does miss me, but I'm very low cohesion now. So we fire 2 missiles, 4 missiles, 6 missiles, and we do get him, which is good stuff. It's weird because it says low cohesion, but it's actually showing the old accuracy. But when it was medium, it was showing the whatever. So I buy a smoke mortar, and then I'm like, well, I might as well try and shoot this unspeakable one. I guess I should have smoked him instead. These should not be 20 points, basically. It should be 15. Although, I suppose Reservist isn't as bad as it used to be, but look, this is now going to be useless for 7 minutes after one miss. So, we're trying to shoot the unspeakable one with the mortar. It is a 107mm, but, you know, the chances of actually killing it are very slim. But the idea is to make him move around a bit so he stops shooting me, so I can get some guys up. So I unload somebody here, and I'm going to move him up. In the meantime, his Metis has shown up. For some reason, I'm pinging the SPG-9 team. Not sure why. And now he buys 2 AA helicopters, which are good against Cobras, right? They're there to kill the Cobras, and they're good against infantry. Not so great against vehicles, though, and not so great against F-16s. So I buy the LGB-2 to try and take out some of these guys. I see the CV because of this guy. So we get the CV, and, you know, thankfully... Okay, well, I saw the AA, and so I just evac'd because I didn't know what was coming. So that's a shame, because I could have got another unit. I could have killed this, for example. In the meantime, the unspeakable one's getting hit by the National Guard rifles and whatnot. Sadly, it's missing. And, so it wasn't actually aiming for that one. Yeah, these being National Guard means, like, they just take all the cohesion damage really quickly, but at least you can bring them at 1 vet. So here come 2 AA helos. Now, I have a duster, okay? So, it's dusting time. And you see that doesn't do a whole lot. And then it has to reload. But he's not retreating, he's just kind of sitting there. So I'm just going to keep shooting. And the rockets don't do a whole lot to something with armor. They're just not good against armored stuff. So he can't really kill me. And I'm slowly suppressing him here. I'm losing all my guys, though. In the meantime, a bunch of BMP-1s died here because of the ITO, and I bought some supplies. Sorry for... I guess I should zoom out a bit so you can see everything. And, yeah, the AA helos, the Duster's still shooting them, right? And he's not leaving, he's just kind of sitting there. Keep in mind, this guy's got 2,200 hours, right? He's nothing shabby. His rank was very high. I'm not sure what it is now. We'll find out after the game. So still try to shoot him, and you know, he's not running off. He's just he's finally clocked it, but I think it's a bit too late now, especially with this ACAV here with the 50 cal. So yeah, the Duster. It took like a solid minute and a half for that Duster to get those helicopters, but hey, you know, the power of dusting regularly. So I can't. Everybody's really low. I'm trying to sort this out, but you know, I've run out of recoilless rifle rounds, so you should just run away as soon as that happens, basically. I can't remember if this guy gets out. Mark shots are very good. Although for some reason he brings us them at no vet, I'm not sure why. Because you get 7 at 1 vet. 10 at no vet. So yeah, we lose the military police, but now he's in the open against Cobras. That Cub reveals, so we now know he's got 2 Cubs. Setting up all the Cobras, right, trying to take out these Mark shots. But yeah, the minus 5% accuracy really does decrease the DPS quite a lot. I mean, it basically reduces it by a quarter, right, because it goes from 20 to... Oh, that guy just... Oh yeah, these guys get mega suppressed by that Cub missile. And with them being National Guard, that's a really bad thing, because that's going to stay like that for ages. So that's not ideal. I send over another recon heal and it dies. That was kind of dumb of me, because I should have remembered there were Strells there. But yeah, the Shilka's killing everybody, so I have to land this one. I buy the Wild Weasel seed, but it's bad. But the whole point was just to try and use the LGBT. So the seed would seed, and then the LGBT would kill. But the LGBT immediately gets killed, because the seed missed and whatnot, so... Just standard air RNG there, I suppose. But yeah, this one helped out, right? So I guess I should have come in from this side, as opposed to coming in from this side, and then this wouldn't have shot me. In the meantime, my opponent switched into sort of defensive units, the Conkers, right? And, you know, I can't see this, so I try and shoot him, but then it re-aims, and now it's like 35% accuracy, and it's like, oh, no. For some reason it's gone up, despite losing cohesion. Then I get like critted or something, because it takes 2 rounds of damage, but at least I'm alive. Sort of. I mean, I'm routing. So, trying to, you know, hit stuff with mortars and whatnot, just try and be useful. MiG-29 obviously outranges me a lot. Still got 2 Cobras left, and the M60s are pretty decent against BMP-1s. The main issue is, as soon as they hit me, I'm useless for like 7 minutes or something. I'm not sure if National Guard reduces the regeneration rate. I know it makes you take more suppression, so you literally, after 1 shot, they're just useless. But I'm not sure it decreases the regeneration, at which point it would take 3 minutes, and with a military police guy next to it, obviously it's going to be a little bit faster, so I should have got a military police guy here, but you'll note that this is still low cohesion, right, so they do take a while. Send forward some M67s, but the SVD just is very, very suppressive. This guy, I'm pretty sure the Conkers must have got him, because, you know, because of where he is. So he's still pushing me here. Over on this side, he's just got some Strelas forwards without any infantry, right? So, that's not great, because now I'm mega cohesioned. MiG-29's flying around to make sure I don't use the Cobras, right? But he did buy another choker, so... Oh, yeah, because there's 2 there. So I moved up to here, and the plan was just to see if there's anybody over here. And I'm just trying to crawl forwards bit by bit, because I figure, what the hell, he's still buying stuff over here, so I should push forwards. And my plan is just do what I've been doing. So just play for kills, play for kills, play for kills, play slowly, play for kills. And then eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to overwhelm him, because his div is just way, 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 way better than mine. But you know, I am still sort of pushing, and you see, you know, it's not going so well, right? So I have an ITO here. I don't know. From there, he can't shoot them, apparently, so I'm trying to move it forwards a bit now, and that's another loss I can ill afford, because he actually gets more units than me, even though I'm the National Guard division and whatnot. He actually gets way more units than me, so... and I play 4th Mod a lot, so... Or at least I used to. It's one of my favourite divs. So... Yeah, I'm trying to get the AA, right? So the M60, you know, it's just firing away, but, you know, National Guard behaviour. So a CV doesn't actually remove the reservist, it just upvets it by 1, which does help the suppression regeneration and whatnot, but it doesn't remove it. So, because of the way I've built this deck, because you don't get enough slots, my only vehicle CV, because I only have 5 CVs, because otherwise you just run out of infantry straight away, which has happened to me. And even with 5 CVs, I've run out of stuff by 40 minutes. It's just, I just don't get enough stuff in this div. Anyway, only vehicle CV is the M60, but so ever since they changed Reservist, because Reservist is just -5% accuracy and plus, it's either 2 times or 1.5 times suppression that you take from whatever, the National Guard RT is actually better than the regular RT now, because it's just cheaper, and it's only a little bit cheaper, like 5-10 points, but you know, it does the accuracy doesn't actually increase the dispersion. It seems to be modelled on a separate thing. So the dispersion on the National Guard units is actually the same. Anyway, you see, I've just queued this up to just shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot, move. I know he's around there sometime. So somewhere. I'm trying to hit the cub, right, so I can use my planes. And we do actually get it. Like, this thing's really good. It's an M110, and now that Reservist has changed, it's not proper, because Reservist used to mean like increased reload time, increased aim time, decreased turn time, which also makes it take it longer to aim if it's not got a turret, which it doesn't. And so, yeah, isn't it great? This RT is actually good now. And it's only 10 points cheaper than the regular one. So before, it was just bad. Anyway, those rocket planes keep killing me. So the Stinger misses, because it's a National Guard Stinger, so it's actually only got 45% accuracy, because it's also a worse model. Now, it's worth noting that the National Guard weapons are also worse outside of the Reservist trait, because the M16A1 is the worst assault rifle in the game. Because all the other nations basically just get one gun. I suppose the Soviets get 2. And so they're all standardized, whereas because the Americans get 2 assault rifles, the M16A1, the M16A2, and you know, 2 belt-fed 7.62 machine guns, the M240 Bravo and the M60. More misses there from my National Guard stuff. Because of that, the way they differentiated them by making them just making the M16A1 worse than the M16A2, which means also it's worse than all of the other assault rifles in the game. Anyway, this was bailed out, and I put some supply next to it, and it just didn't fix it. It ran out of supply before it could fix it, and whatever. So, Roland finally hit something, Stinger finally hit something. This should be like max vet now, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So this should really be max vet now, but that up vet thing doesn't work all the time. And I'm just trying to inch forwards while minimizing my losses. So, you know, I got to fall back here. I'm not doing a good job of minimizing my losses, frankly, but you see I'm trying to inch forwards here. National Guard Stinger here. And, you know, I want to push this. I've got up to here. Push this. Push all this, and then just slowly, because like if the game ended right now, he'd win, because you need 100 points for a victory, otherwise it would be a draw. But I'm just very conscious of the fact that he just gets more stuff than me. All he has to do is keep buying things. The thing is, he's hemorrhaging units here. You can see my, you know, his KD is clearly lower than mine because I just have more stuff, and the prices aren't actually that dissimilar. So, we know there's RT... yeah, I was going for the tank, I remember now. Sadly, we did lose the M67, but we got a 155-point tank. And, yeah, the idea is, you know, get both RTs, get a CV for them. I suppose, given that I'm only firing and moving a little bit, I suppose an infantry CV would still be able to keep up, but I just figured, what the hell, I need a vehicle one, so that I can keep up. And he starts buying Acacias. These are Acacias. They used to be called Acacia, but they changed the name to SFL-H 2S3M 152mm because the people in charge of these decisions don't actually play the game. So they don't have to put up with that. They just think, oh, it's right. What can I say? It's just one of those things, you know? Everybody has a different idea on how to do things. We all think we're right. I am actually right. Anyway, so I saw all this retreating. He just sort of gave up on this position because of the arty and whatnot. I guess there's no infantry here, so a couple of infantry could have come in and killed them all, but... Anyway, National Guard scouts don't get AT. But thankfully, so the ACAV got nothing, but the ITO got something, but now it's out of rockets. The Roland was here, and I've got to send it back. Stinger gets the Mi-24P. He's been hunting that for a while. Although he shot twice and hit twice. And you see this is up-vetted because he got a kill, but when this one killed the rocket plane, he didn't up-vet, which is very strange. Anyway, I can't do anything about this, so... I'm just trying to send forward the Dragon so I can try that. I'm running the Stinger away, and I should probably try and get this into a building. MiG-29 outranges the F-16C AA-2. So that's not fantastic. And the ITO's moving up here. So yeah, we've got RT. I think I saw this guy come in this building or something. I mean, clearly, because I'm shooting at him. Or, no, I think the Conkers shot at me. So I was aiming for where I thought the Conkers was. But actually it turns out that... Anyway, so I've got two F-16Cs here, but the Cub evacs fully stresses both of them out. And then get this guy gets hit by that as well, even though the Cub, like, what? He was miles away. So he's lost a bunch of cohesion, so he's got 9% accuracy now. Down from 15. And these guys, I'm sending them back here so that they can get some cohesion back, because obviously if you fight with low cohesion, you have very bad accuracy, and that applies to plane missiles and stuff, which is why planes miss a lot more than you might think they would. Because the first missile... Even if it misses you, it stresses you, and then all the subsequent missiles tend to miss a lot more. So yeah, the Conkers shot... Okay, so this is where I saw the Conkers. I don't know, I guess I must have seen this Pioneer run in here or something. So I'm like, okay, I've got the better RT, and I can just keep RTing him. Got CVs next to it, and, you know, so we do actually get that Conkers, which is a great kill to pick up there. Sadly, we don't accomplish much else, but you know, like they landed right here, and this guy's mostly fine, but alright, whatever. Anyway, he's trying to counter battery me, but thankfully I have a brain, so that's not going to work. And he's buying more BMP1s, right? He's shoring this up because I took too long. And I figure, you know, it's just going to be a very grindy game. So I've got some military police Humvees to assist my National Guard M60 rises and whatnot. I'm trying to get up to here, right? But here comes the rocket plane. I try and retreat, but he gets me. But there's a lot of AA here now, so like these are very good. And you see this get killed a plane and it still didn't level up. It's the second time that's happened, and still level 1 apparently. Anyway, this has a very nice accuracy, and because of the range scaling, you know, when he's here, it's a lot more like 80% or something. So yeah, we're starting to push him a bit now. You know, I'm starting to take my chances. I'm like, oh, there's nobody shooting me. Anyway, I tried to counter battery these, but it looks like I missed by a little bit or something. Oh no, we hit it. Just didn't do any damage. Oh no, we did some damage as well. So there you go. One of them's routed. That should put them out of action for a bit. But honestly, if you're fighting a big pitched battle, it can be worth counter-battering the enemy artillery, because usually at that point he's not focusing on it because he's too busy microing the big battle. So it's one thing to think about. But if you're fighting a big battle, you've probably got a more important and urgent target to shoot, like an enemy ATGM, than the enemy artillery. So I think I should have shot this instead, frankly, because, you know, sure, I put his arty out of action for like a minute or so. But, you know, imagine if this tank was dead, it wouldn't be shooting me. So I'm basically like 3v1ing this tank here. So yeah, we do win that, as you might expect. This is all quite well defended now. And yeah, we're just keeping up the pressure, I've got some supply, right? Keeping up the pressure. Yeah, I don't know about the sniper, but here comes this AT plane, which doesn't have very high accuracy. I prefer the one without the rockets because it flies higher, so you can actually launch the missile at max range. Whereas this tends to do this, and so it doesn't actually launch the missile from max range, and then it flies over the target and then it dies. So, you know, we've got a lot of AA here now, frankly, so that's going to keep happening, especially given that I think that has 10% ECM, so you really should expect some kills. And that this has a very wide dispersion circle now, so yeah. In the meantime, we don't actually have any targets for these guys, so I guess it made sense to shoot the R2. Because everything else is sort of happening too fast. So T-55's come up here, but he, I don't know what happened there, really. He could have fired, but he doesn't have any vision, maybe. I don't know, because he's got a sniper there. He does hit me. Because I couldn't see him, because I don't have recon here. Anyway, the flipping sniper kills the Humvee military police, and now everybody's upset because they don't have military policeness about them. So, big fight happening here. Lots of National Guard guys. You can see that I've just been taking the better trades. I have a lot of guys because, you know, I'm repairing them and whatnot. I think this guy doesn't have his smoke, otherwise he'd be smoking. Thankfully, because of the way automatic targeting works, they've just switched targets. Which is really dumb. And yeah, you'll note that I'm keeping these National Guard M113s, and I'm using them to bulk out my forces. And we just keep pushing him. I've got a bunch of dragons now. Like, these tanks are better than mine, but I've got ITOs, right? I've got Arty coming in, so the Arty does the killer blow there on a couple of them. It's actually, yeah, it took out 2 units by itself and massively suppressed the others. Like, his accuracy is quite low now. He's getting stunned and everything because of the low cohesion. And there you go, we take out the tanks. Seed comes in, Seed hits the Shilker, and then the LGBT's behind. It's exactly what I tried before, but this time I get a bit more fortunate. Sadly, we evac this way, but then I can use the Seed on that cub, which I shoot at twice and miss twice. But hey, whatever, at least I didn't die. And then that cub suppresses me away, but his accuracy is very low at that point. And we're just, you know, now we're smoking the middle of it so that he can't shoot down this road. I should have smoked back here, really, I think, but whatever. I just wanted to get the edge of the town. I wasn't sure I could take all of it. I thought there'd be more in here, frankly. And we're just out-trading him, right? We're spamming. So do you think the review is relevant, right? The game is just spam. We certainly do have a lot of units, but that's mainly because he's been feeding, and we haven't been playing very carefully. And yeah, the arty is not moving, so take out the arty there. So that's a big kill. There's not much else to shoot at. We've got most of his units, and now we're sitting pretty on a +2. The Pioneers obviously beat one of these, but we've got so many, and then we've got the CV, and we've got the military police. Trying to keep the military police with them at all times, but it's kind of hard to keep up. Right, well, so there's one... Yeah, there's one here, but these guys aren't covered by it. But this guy is, so... Need to move them forwards a bit. Getting stuff around, because if you get Itos up to here, then you're sorted. And if you recall, we still have 2 Cobras left, so we can bring these up now. Because I knew he had AA back here. He has tried something here, but he's only got like 3 units. We are taking losses now. That these are at 2 vets, so they're pretty good against the rises. I mean, they should beat them in a 1v1 anyway. They're 40 points. 40 points more expensive. But yeah, the dragons, these are actually Dragon 2s, so they do 18 pen. T-55s are hilariously armoured for what they are. Like, this could be moved up. You know, but we're bringing up the Cobras now, and I put it on attack, move, and then land. Just so I don't forget about it. Like, you can shift queue a land order or whatever. The mortars are moving up, right? Cobras start hosing him down. Wild Weasel's back. Double Wild Weasel this time, so he hits me, and then I hit him. And I think at this point, yeah, he surrenders with a minute left, so... Double Wild Weasel to take out the last of his AA, so he's got no AA. See, he's basically got nothing. And that was just because, like, so he... You know, he had a 100-point lead, he could have just played slower. And frankly, his deployment, you don't just buy 10 million Fallschirmjäger at the start, you buy like a few, and then you should have a mechanized force behind that, otherwise they're just going to get chomped up by helicopters and whatnot, which is what happened. So we have a similar number of play time, right? I've got like 2,500 hours, rank 11. He was ranked like 32 or something at one point, something like that. But yeah, he lost a bunch of games, and now he's leaving. Look, he's actually had more total games than me. 3180. 2640. So yeah, I spammed him. What can I say? This div sucks, man. It just needs more stuff. You just run out of everything. It's really, really unpleasant to play. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you in the next one, GG.